When you think of whether it's yourself or your peers and suspension, what are reasons kids are getting suspended? What are the reasons why they're not being let back in school?
There's a lot of I'd say foolish reasons to get suspended. I was just talking to my friend today, and he said he got suspended for 4 days because he was doing homework in a different teacher's classroom. So he got suspended for 4 days for that.
So tardies are a big thing in my school, McCool Berkeley. So they clamped down on it so hard this year where if you have over a certain amount of tardies, they start taking away your credits. And when the attendance is real low at school, that reflects the school's reputation. And schools, they saying nowadays where if you're making us look bad, we don't need you anymore. So therefore they try to expel you, get you suspended.
Do a lot of you feel that way? A lot of students feel that way, that schools are saying, we don't need you?
Pretty much that's what they're starting to do. Like they ain't gonna deal with you no more. They're just gonna expel you or whatever they're gonna do with you.
I think that's why the boy I was talking about earlier got suspended for 4 days for just doing homework in another classroom, because he's been in trouble before, but I feel like they were like, okay, we're done dealing with you. You're gonna have 4 days of ISS because we don't know what to do with you anymore.
What are your peers dealing with that then reflect bad behavior in school?
It depends. I feel like some people they act out just so people could get so they can get noticed.
Sometimes it can be that, or it's like some people do have problems at home. Like me, in certain days, I could come to school and look like I'm happy, but inside be real mad.
Sometimes I feel like the kids react on the way the teacher reacts. Some teachers are just pretty ignorant. They'll say whatever they want to say because they have control over the classroom.
So you see a big difference when maybe the teacher makes an effort to meet you where you are.
Yeah, it can be the same problem in 2 different classes, and depending on the teacher, the problem can go one way or another, depending on how the teacher's gonna handle the problem. Teachers love to say the kids are putting on a show for a classroom, but some teachers love the same show.
So if you've got a young person, a student, yourselves maybe, you're going through something, you're acting out in school, you are being disrespectful, you might be being not so kind to your peers. What would you want a teacher to do for you?
I would have to say I would think that the teacher should pull me aside and just talk to me. Or if I'm acting out like that, I feel as though I should take it upon myself, and instead of just going in acting out like that without letting her know anything, I would feel as though I need to go and talk to her and tell her how I'm feeling first. So even if I do slip up in class, she knows what's going on. She could probably send me to the library. I can put my head down, think about stuff instead of affecting the classroom.
Yeah, a lot of teachers try to form relationships with students. So on the first day of school, you have those teachers who are like, here's the syllabus, this is what we're doing, this is what we will be doing, and that's it. And there are those teachers that are like, okay, write a little bit about yourself, tell me the areas where you struggle and what's going on here and things like that. But then there are those teachers that are like, you're here to learn. This is what you're doing in my classroom. I don't care what's going on at home. I don't care what's going on with your friends. You are here to learn in my classroom, and that's that.
What are behaviors, what are things that do warrant suspension in your opinion? Yeah.
Fighting.
Fighting?
Food fights or something. Something of that matter, not just laughing or putting your head down.
I think constant bad behavior as well, because if you constantly getting put out of class and constantly going to ISS, I think it's called for suspension, because it's not going to be, a teacher is not going to keep telling you this, every day of the week. They're going to have to sometime, have to put you in suspension. They have to suspend you sometime.
What's causing fights? Is it bullying?
Rumors.
Rumors.
Everything.
He said, she said.
Yeah.
When
You don't like.
Jealousy.
When it comes to fighting, I feel as though you shouldn't be so quick to suspend both of them, because one had to start it and one had to defend themselves. And this is something I think about all the time. Like in my school, they so quick, both of y'all fight, and they give y'all 10 days in the hearing, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
But I don't understand that, because if somebody runs up to so-and-so and they swing on them, they not just go sit there and be a coward in front of everybody. Then you really get talked about.
Have any of you experienced racial bias when it comes to having discipline handed out?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing, if a black student, plays their music loud in the hallway, which they shouldn't, or, if they're somewhere they shouldn't be, or if they're doing anything, they're more likely to get sent down to the office get attention or get ISS. As a white student could be doing anything under the sun, just disrupting classes, and they'll just be sitting out in the hallway, and that's that.
We had a student at our school, and he was white, and he used to like go around. I'm guessing that he was racist. He used to go around like call people N-words and stuff, and like he never got in trouble. No matter how many times we went to the principal and told him, like he never got in trouble. But like if you go around and you start saying it, you will get in trouble and you'll get suspended.
We have uniforms in my school, and if a white student would come in without a uniform with just regular clothes on, they would just let him go up to his class. But if a black student come in without uniforms on and have his pants low and everything, they'll send him straight to ISS or suspend him, call his parents, and write him up and all that. I just didn't think it was fair.